Yes. So we are still on the cumulative causal factors of why the black man does not respect time. I've been saying that I am not making a case to support disrespect for time by the black man. I'm rather making a case to explain the why of it onto the ultimate goal of the need to break out of the shells of lack of respect for time and life. So far, we've spoken about the ecological, environmental, the geographical aspect as its contributing factor. The second thing we spoke about is the historical antecedent, particularly on the subject of slavery and colonialism, where in both cases, you are not committed or compelled to plan for yourself and respect time because you are at the mercy of your slave master and you are at the mercy of your colonial masters. Apart from these, what I will present as possibly the most important aspect or the reason why we do not regard time is our worldview, our mindset. A simple word for worldview is mindset. The mindset of the black man has got everything to do with the reason why we don't respect time. And if we want to respect time, then we must realign and redesign our mindset. There is nothing wrong with the African mind. What is wrong with him is his mindset. The heart of the African problem is the African heart. So, what is this mindset that I am talking about? The mindset or the worldview of the black man is what we are driven towards paganistic worldview. There will be other episodes in the course of the year where I'll be having a full session on the subject of worldview. But it is needful that I give or I preempt for the purpose of our discussion on this subject matter. When we talk of paganistic worldview, we are talking of, in other words, a kind of worldview that places so much emphasis on the world of the spirits, much more than even our physical world. So some of the characteristics of the paganistic worldview is that in paganistic worldview, we don't value time. The reason why we don't value time is progress, advancement, and success is not defined by hard work, consistency, and stuff like that. It is rather defined by a supernatural edict. We believe that if you be successful, then either God or the gods and our ancestors must be on your case. So in paganistic worldview, it is believed that it is a battle between the good spirits, that is possibly the angels, our ancestors, and then the gods, as against the evil spirits, as against the devil, and then the evil spirits, and then the witchcraft, and then all that. So when something happens in paganistic worldview or mindset, the first question in times of crisis, we don't ask the question why, or we don't ask the question what is responsible for this. The question we rather ask is who is responsible for this, because we are looking out for people to blame. Is it therefore a wonder that we are apt, when you tell the black man that the problems and the crisis you are going through is as a result of what your aunt is doing to you, we are happy with it. It is because of what your grandmother is doing to you, we are happy with it. We are not so much receptive when you tell me that my crisis is because I don't like reading. I wouldn't take it lightly with you. Or you tell me that it is because I am not building myself in a particular way. We are spiritually inclined. There is nothing wrong with spirituality. I'm a Christian. I believe in prayer. I believe in the place of spirituality. However, in paganistic mindset or in spiritism, we overstretch and then push everything to God and then the gods. So when things are going wrong, instead for us to arise and fight it, we will therefore say that, oh, it is the will of God. When there is death through road accidents, instead for us to arise and fight to make sure that we get better roads, we will say that it was God who gave and it is God who has taken. So when there is maternal death as a result of poor health care, instead of us to fight for a better health care system, we will be saying that it was God who gave and then it was God who has taken, because everything is sovereign. These are the mindsets, the worldview that has plagued the black man, so much so that at the end of the day, we don't respect time. Why should I respect time if everything is from the spiritual world? If everything is going to be from the spiritual world, there is no need to respect time. What I rather have to do is to invest into it. So I have to give sacrifices. I have to pay my tithes. I have to give offerings. I have to do these things so that the blessings of God will come. There is no room or little room for hard work, because the mindset is that everything will come from the world of the spirit. What I am talking about was there before Christianity came. Our indigenous culture, which was based on African traditional religion, is the mother of the paganistic worldview. Unfortunately, Christianity has not succeeded in breaking this mentality from our mindset as Christians. Unfortunately, Islam also has not succeeded in liberating her people from the weakness of the paganistic worldview. Even to some extent, we as Christians, we have even deepened the paganistic worldview, which was part of our indigenous culture. Much more will be said in later times on this subject. But the point here is that the very core reason why we do not respect time is because of the weakness of our worldview, which is the mindset. And value systems are products of worldviews. Your worldview is the spectacle through which you view the world. It is the view that helps you to interpret reality. And out of your worldview will determine your set of values. We have weak value systems in Ghana and Africa because the worldview or the mindset that we are operating with is the spiritism, or what is also called the paganistic worldview. And the church and Islam has not been able to liberate her people from this. And even to some extent, we have even deepened the wounds of the paganistic worldview. When you put all these things together, we don't respect time. We are not committed to planning. So during 31st night, there is little or no planning, because we are going to sow seeds for prophetic words. This year is going to be your year. This year is going to be your year. And then we'll be putting on statuses. New year, new me. I would like to ask, Charlie Alpha, I think 2022 went, and then 31st, I'm sure you said new year, new me. And for some of you, I saw it on your statuses. New year, new agenda, new me. I want to ask a simple question. How far with the business of new year, new me? For most of us, we have gone back to sleep. And for our minds, we think that it is just a formula of game. Sow more seeds, do more prayers, look out for breakthroughs, and then everything is going to be all right. There's nothing wrong with the place of prayer and then miracles and then all. But when a truth is overemphasized at the expense of another truth, it can become heretical. When a truth is overemphasized at the expense of another truth, it can become heretical. A false balance is an abomination unto God. So as we are teaching the place of the spirituality, we must also balance it with the place of planning, and then the place of focus, the place of diligence, and then the place of commitment and then respect for time and then life. The third reason, as I've given you, is that our value system, which is based on our faulty worldview, which is spiritism, or popularly called the paganistic worldview, has done more harm than good to us as a people. If we intend to be liberated from it, then we must reconstruct it from the worldview problem. And what do we mean? What we mean is we must start having serious discussions around it. That yes, the spiritual world is there, but there are certain elements that it is also based on our decisions and choices as human beings here on earth. I think that a perfect balance between what we do, because even the good book says, the Bible says that, it said that the heavens belong to God, the earth he has given to the sons of men. So there are things that God expects that we do for ourselves. I will close with this popular statement by the Japanese. They have this quote. They say that the gods will not do for a man what he has to do for himself. And it's the same. God will not do for you what you have to do for yourself. Planning, consistency, respect for time. This, it is not God that is going to do for you. You have to do for yourself. God has a role to play, and you have a role to play. And this divine man combination will get us doing a lot more. It is my prayer that we don't go that extreme like the Western world are going, where they become stark atheists and then don't, believe in the existence of the spiritual world. Neither should we also go to the extreme, as Africans we have gone, of over-reliance on the spiritual world. A careful balance of knowing that they exist and doing what we must do, and still knowing that there are certain things that must be by our own initiation and commitment. A perfect balance. We don't respect time because, apart from ecological, 2, historical, and then 3, a mindset problem. Thank you.